Alright, get started a few minutes early here. Going to be trolling Kuori Lake tonight. Some char and trout, and saving up for an HSV and figuring out what I want to do for my next set of carp rods. I'm going to be trying a red balsam minnow that was sent by our chatters tonight as well. See how it does. Lines on the water. So first line is going to be a blue snowflake lure. Second line is going to be that red minnow. And our third line is going to be the bluish Aquila. See, given the temperature, weather out here, imagine the shallows are probably going to be more successful than deep ends tonight. Hey, Tomcat. Doing good. How are you doing? You get any good fishing in today so far? Trying out a red balsam minnow handcrafted on this line. See if it can pick up any Kuori char, because I think they've been hitting on red lures this week. So a nice one of those. Maybe get really lucky and get a 26 kilo Kuori char, since there's an order right now that's like 1,800 silver. Knowing my luck, it would land on the Adriatica though. Or Adriatica is at over 10% wear on the mech. Days are getting numbered. Why I'm saving them now. I really want to save up to get another HSV, or get an HSV, I should say, but it takes too long. If the silver starts slowing down, I'll probably settle for a second alpha. Got some snowflake here. Lake trout. There is a cafe order for 4 kilo lake trout. Small redfish trophy? Nice. Saw someone earlier was getting a bunch of bleak and carp trophies. Pretty fun to watch. Yeah, the HSV is definitely like future proofing. It's really, really good, but and I'm going to do my best to save up because I keep wanting to get that one, but by the time I'm getting to where I'm ready to upgrade, I'm like 800 silver off. I've settled for the Titan and the Alpha. I need to just buckle down and save the extra 800 silver and get the HSV going. But I also need to get the multi-tool or whatever it is for making my own leaders. That's, I think, like almost 400 silver. So using any particular rig going after those redfish trophies? Blue snowflake lure. It doesn't catch very many large fish, but it's got a great bite rate out here. Arctic char. 1.2 kilo. Hopefully that red minnow will pick up something. If not, I've also got a blue minnow I can try. If I don't get any luck with either of those, I'll try going back to a spinner. Yummy mock. Yeah, I'm excited to get back out to the sea here eventually, but I still want to get back to some carp fishing soon and try the Seversky Donitz River. It's not far from unlocking the Sura River as well. There was a shot. Boss would ever try to get on the line there. Been quiet in chat this evening. Imagine everybody's out doing some Memorial Day things this weekend. Little later, man. I can tell the difference on this Adriatica with the mech wear on it. It's getting a fish pulled into the boat is difficult now. Yeah, it's should be a good map for me to go ahead and finally put a Bolognese rod set up together and start getting my float skill up because I got up to 41 and it's just barely really since I've started trolling I haven't bothered with floating at all. A decent sized lake trout here. Something on the red minnow as well. 1.5 kilo. Perch. And close to 55% spin fishing. Eventually I need to make it back out to Belaya now that I've actually got some lure and spinning tackle that can cast further than a few meters out. See if I can actually make a profit there for once. My rate out here is not quite as good as it was the other night. And the other night was also catching a lot more large fish on that. Well, not terrible. Wondering if Volkov is picked up now. Bite rate doesn't pick up noticeably here. I might take a trip over to Volkov and see if I've got better luck there now that a couple days have passed. On the minnow again. Lake trout. $3 not quite enough. We can get a few of those 4 kilo lake trouts. We can do that cafe order because there's like 170 silver or something. Good little payout for it. Seems like the red minnow is doing decently. Pike going there, looks like. Almost 2 kilo pike. I think I do if I get the once I get the HSV and get ready to start using it for larger carp fishing, I need to start picking up different pop-up and boilie options. Barely used those so far. I've been sticking mainly to just crafted baits and diced potatoes. So this lure has been catching fairly small stuff. I'm gonna try throwing the spiker on there. A lot of perch on here today. Little lake trout. Need to switch to the spikers if this bite rate continues on this one. One skill gain away from 55 fin fishing. Not that that's a particularly important one, but new abilities nonetheless. Every time I cast this out, I have to switch to the other rods. A little Arctic char. Go ahead and switch this over to yellow spikers. There's a decent sized lake trout again. $0.8 there we go, 55% spin fishing. Guess it'll matter if I ever want to do some jigging. Appreciate that. The Arctic char there. See, at 60%, I lock topwater lures, which I assume will be good somewhere. So far, I haven't really seen them show up on the records for fish I've been going after. I imagine certain species will definitely prefer them over the spinners and wobblers. Old bird pike. Okay. Although if I'm at Old Berg, it's hard to resist just going after a carp. Got on that line. Looks like maybe a lake trout. Arctic char. Oh no, it's a 7 trout. Good to get those tasty XP on there. Definitely giving some consideration to trying Volkov again, though, since the flight rate has slowed down here. Maybe it's picked up there. All right, Adriatica, time for you to get some more damage on you. Arctic char looks like almost 2 kilos. Being warmer, I'm gonna try going through the deeper hole a bit. Something on the red minnow again. Come on. Shining trout. It still seems like the Bendis is still the most common fish out here. Not particularly useful. Big trout. Everything's pretty tiny here right now. The rainbow trout, almost a 1.5 kilo rainbow trout. They're about to hit shoreline, start turning. Another rainbow trout. Okay, so it looks like the rainbow trout are hitting over here on the west side of the map. Circles around it. Pull up a handful of those for some good silver. Big fish would be nice though. Chat, see if anybody's heard of. They're not Volkovs active again yet. 7 trout. Live in a lake. See if we can't get a few more rainbow trout over here on this side. Luck. Ah, these vendors are just filling my cast net up with fish. Helping anyone here. Give it till near sunrise and try switching over to Volkov and see if it's like active or it's pretty slow for Kuori. Little rainbow trout. Like I don't know if I've got any fish so far that's worth more than a 4 silver on its own. One more loop around the island and then try switching to Volkov. Possibly Belaya. What's your vote, Tomcat? Volkov or Belaya? Well, so far, my last few trips this week, Volkov has been pretty dead. Caught a few decent fish there, but for the most part, it's about like 1 fish every 2 minutes type of deal. But at the same time, Kuori's been way more active this week, and now it's really slow. So I'm wondering if Volkov might be more active. The advantage of Belaya is that I could also work on bottom fishing and float fishing at the same time. But I don't know if Belaya's got good weather right now. It seems to be very weather sensitive there. For Kuori standards, this is pretty dead compared to what I'm used to. And beyond the slow bite rate, everything's a tiny fish, so not proven to be very profitable right now. It's nice for happy hour skill gains. I haven't been to Belaya in quite a while because I, prior to starting trolling, never really invested much into spin fishing, so I didn't have tackle worth a flip to out there. But maybe now I can actually turn a profit. That line is. This is His bite rate and fish size is too low to bother going on with. Can't catch one or two more fish on the way to the docks here. A decent Bendis at least. All right. Bring these fish in. Got 48 fish total in about almost exactly 30 minutes. Like 60 silver. That's not great for Kuori standards. Still brings me up to 1,300 silver. Okay, so yeah, I mean the bite rate was good. So for skill gains, definitely useful. Really trying to get to that HSV. So let me see, what's the forecast at Belaya? It doesn't look like there's any rain on the upcoming day. All right, I'm gonna try going to Belaya here, see if I can actually turn a profit here for once. Hopefully, I've got lures that are active here right now. Take a look at the weeklies. Okay, weekly. Mainly, I guess, brown trout and graylings here, right? Hey, 8. Yeah, I've never had luck here either, but I want to try it now that I've actually got some skills. Looks like I've got one of those. Spiker, I have one of those. And maybe I'll throw a live fish out into the deep spot, see if I can't catch something. All right, so are there any spots in particular here? I'm guessing the 6.5 meter hole is probably where I want to throw a bottom line if I want to get like a burbot or something like that. So I'll go ahead and get one of those set up to do here. I'll give up the Titan for now. Good size hook on, size 4, and piece of fish. Yeah, Kuori was just not panning out, so I'm giving Belaya a try here. See if I can pull something out of it. Basic. Just use the sinker. Just toss it way out there and see if anything bites. All right. I know there's some rocks out there somewhere that are usually good spots to throw spinners out towards. But there, I guess I'll try that. Stuck on. So what kind of cafe orders do we have? Big burbot, brown trout. These are pretty big, bleak. Yeah, I'm not gonna worry too much about these. That's still decent silver, at least by comparison to what I've been getting, but sounds like Archipelago is probably livened up, which is good. All right. Main line here. Let's get rid of the clip and switch over to this. Okay. Where my other spikers go? Good. On another rod somewhere? There's one of them. There's the other one. All right. Guess we'll start, since it's nighttime, trying this purple one. Yeah, I got those 2 minnows you sent me. Congrats on that. I was trying the red minnow out at Kuori. It was doing okay, but I think just in general, Kuori right now is giving. Shoot, this is too light of a setup. What is the test on this rod? 20 gram to 60 gram. Oh, jeez. I don't have any. I guess I got these giant spoons. That's not gonna be good. Hey, let me check some of the other rod setups here. This one is 40 to 120 grams. Yeah. May just have to risk it with the Surdy. Even that's still a minimum of 10 gram test. Have anything that'll work for that? That's snatchers, which that's not going to be good. Yes. I guess I'm going to have to use an ultralight setup here. So that just change over to lure rig. Grab that back from the Fillmore. All right, well, let's see if we can't get this thing to fast decently. It's nighttime, so I don't even know how much luck spinning's going to have here either way. We will speed up a little bit here. Anyone know what retrieval type works well on these? Five. On this ultralight, I have a 6 kilo here. Can't cast very far with this. I just feel like Belaya River is one of those bodies of water where there's no just generally active areas. Either an area is super hot and you need to know the exact spot, or it's just nothing bites. It's also nighttime, so I'm not expecting a whole heck of a lot. I might actually just go over by my feeder rod and do some, maybe get right here, do a little bit of telescopic, see if I can get some bleed all night passes. Let's see. Press stick on here. Up for a lighter setup. Size 22s on here. All right, let's see if I can't at least catch something on a float. About typical of my trips to Belaya, though. One day I'll catch something out here. By tossing the worm out in another spot. Get that 8. Pop that on as soon as daylight comes. I think Belaya is the main reason I didn't do much spin fishing prior to trolling on Kuori, because I feel like spin fishing is really one of those styles on here that if you aren't trolling, you just really have to be in a spot that's currently super active. You can't just cast out in places and hope for any sort of success. Tiny little chub there. don't think I've caught one that small before. It's got a little like brown hue to it. Little perch. All right, sun is starting to come up, so I'm gonna go ahead and check the feeder rod, and then set another fin fishing up. Let's see, get that. I guess I can just leave it out there. Maybe something will get on there at some point. Oh, no, on 3. So let me switch to that fluorocarbon leader. And let's try the fluoro spiker. All right. Should I try that same rock again or try another spot? Try this rock over here. It's close by. And for retrievals out here, is it best to just do a straight retrieve or do like a speed up or twitching or anything like that? Stop and go type of deal? At one point I had hornets for out here, but I think I've lost them to pike over time. There we go, we got something on. Tiny grayling. Well, that's something at least. Another one. A bit bigger this time. I guess at some point I need to make a better ultralight spinning setup for out here. Brown trout. Spot seems to be decent right now. Yeah. Grayling, it looks like. Little tiny chub. Well, they certainly aren't large fish. Bite rate's good though. Getting something every cast. Grayling there. Seems like the speed up retrieval is useful. Ooh, here we go. Now we got something good. Yeah, I guess I could move up, but I think there's also something to be said for knocking the fish against this rock when I pull them in. There's some satisfaction in that. Decent grayling there. Hopefully something will land on that feeder rod at some point. Catfish or burbot. Landed that time. Spot was super hot. Red Starvis carp. I think that's the first time I've seen a record for that pop up on the chat. Pretty rare. Grayling. Wonder if throwing a float out there with flies when it might be good for the trout as well. Try lures just to try a few different things out here at this spot. What's this? Seemed like this spot was only active for about an hour. Another lure, I guess. So that one picked something up right away. Railing again. Might try a different spot. This one seems to have dried up. Still nothing biting on the piece of fish I have out there. Try this rock again. There we go. Yeah, we got something. Sucker's putting up a fight. This may be a Amen, maybe? Asp. Something too big for this Lacerti reel, that's for sure. Oof. Sucker's gonna try to spool me. Stay out there. This is run out of area to go. Start wearing them out. Walk them, keep them going down to the further sides of the river there. Wearing them down, hopefully. It'll be a long fight, I'd wager. Downside of using an ultralight setup. And he's not giving no inch. 'Cause. 'Inch. 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 ' A little bit of room there. Sucker is not giving up. Please keep it away. Hopefully. Trophy would certainly be nice. Maybe it's the elusive being bleak. This thing is not giving me any sort of room to work with. Here we go. Right, blue, mighty blue tag bleak. The ultimate trophy in the game. It's either I'm guessing a huge grayling or the run-of-the-mill Tayman. Ooh, oh. Brief moment there where we started heading towards me. I think I'm actually making a little bit of headway on it now. Just kind of hanging in place over there. And granted, this is also on just a little ultralight setup, so it could be pretty small. Those of you not subscribed, about to get an ad break. We'll see you shortly. Snuck up on me. Oops, it's coming in at least. The pressure maybe a little bit now. Almost here. Hard to see it there. It looks like it might be a brown trout. Oh, of course, the happy hour bonus ends right as it's coming in. What a slap in the face right there. All right, let's see what this is. 1.6 kilo brown trout. What a fight for that size. Thank you. Well, I'm curious now if there's a cafe order for anything that I've got so far. Check, because I think some of them are going to be cycling soon. Wow, didn't even qualify for that. Terrible. Nothing really. That piece of fish isn't getting any hits over there. So, try another cast. And have a pickle. He's finally pulled something decent out of here. At the very least, I should be able to make back what I spent traveling here. So. It's another brown. Nope. Railing. Seems like this rock is more active during the day, whereas the other rock is good for early morning. Also seems like they're hitting right there at the rock, so if I had a means of casting further out, it would probably go a long way, but since I cast up beside the rock, I'm getting a very limited window to catch. Hmm. I guess one of the things that's important for success here is to have points in, I guess, spinning rods for the extra casting distance and getting a decent ultralight setup that can have these lightweight spinner baits on there, but be able to cast them far out and bring in larger fish. The other side of the road. Another tiny little fish on, looks like a perch. Whopping 16 XP there. Well, the luck's died out at this spot now as well. We got in our cast now so far. 13 fish. What's the rate of those? So the trip here costs 9 silver basically. We'll see what our actual profit has been so far. Fish up. So, I mean, it's something. It's about 23 silver of profit. Brown trout alone was almost all of it was from that one trout. Ugh. Terrible. I don't know. I don't think Belaya is the map for me. Every time I'm here, it's a struggle to make any silver. I have better luck at Mosquito and Winding Rivulet. Never did get on the piece of fish out there, unfortunately. Alright, so I think what I want to do is go ahead and just get my gear set up back for trolling, yes, Volkov, and on the next stream, see if Volkov is active again. This is the downside of having only one of each reel, is having to take everything apart every time you switch setups. Let's see, I've got my feeder, I need to retrieve everything from back on here. One being Volkov, I'm going to want to put these snatchers up to use. Belmore have my orange snatcher. Then on the Adriatica, put the blue snatcher. This poor thing, it is I'm gonna check its mech weight real quick. 11% wear is be a 12-hour repair when I get around to doing it. That is rough. Poor Adriatica, it's been through the ringer, but it'll be replaced soon enough, and I can finally go out to sea and get broken out there. Let's see, what about boat tickets? Do I have tickets already for Volkov? We'll go out, do like 15 minutes or so out in Volkov, see how we do. Just boat down to the 10-meter hole and back. Good short route, see how things are looking. All right, here we go. 73. Okay. Clip on these about 14 meters. Go. I go through this spot down to the 10 and back through. May already have there. Possibly, it may just be dragging on the bottom. Dragging on the bottom. Thing I hate about trolling out here is that best lure is a little deeper than most of this water is. Definitely have something on one of the lines now, though. Pike. So 2.6 kilo pike. Too shabby for the first one out here. Got 3 different color snatchers out, so something ought to be hitting on them. Another one on that one. Seems like the white snatcher may have the best bite rate right now. Tiny pike. Getting up to the deeper holes where usually I manage to catch some salmon. Shallow part was just going to drag on the bottom. White snatcher definitely seems to be the bite weight winner right now. I've got blue, orange, and white out on the waters. Got some on each of the lines. Pike. 2 kilo, not too shabby. Another little pike. Seems like the pike are very active right now, which that little check mark hole over there always seems to be a good spot for pike. Ooh, here we go. We got something worthwhile. It's on the Titan reel, so should be decent size. Seems like the white snatcher in general has been very effective here, so I may need to pick up 2 more of those so I can have 3 of them out on the water. What we got here? It's going to be a salmon or a pike. Or possibly a giant asp. Get it up above the water yet. The trouble I find with this boat is sometimes some of the fish are so slow that the boat ends up being too fast and you kind of have to like throw the anchor down, especially if you get a catfish on. Once you wear it out, you kind of just have to stop the boat and reel it in. This thing is wearing my energy out. Coffee there. Something splashing around on the other line too. I can hear it behind me. Pretty decent fish here. Try to let it just stay on without reeling too much. Try to regain some energy to pull it in. Seems to be worn out now. Pretty hefty, whatever it is. Yeah, that's some nice XP for sure for a single fish ate. Hoping I got a nice salmon on here. That'll be a hefty little bit of coin. If I can get above freaking water. Thinking this may actually be a catfish that I've got on here right now. Last time I had this much issues getting something onto the boat, it was a catfish. Oh yeah, how is the anniversary reel's a Vanga equivalent, right? Get water. I may have to just drop anchor to get this thing in. Kuori. Oh! I get that level. Come on. Wherever you are on this lure, get out of the water already. I'm going to drop anchor and try again here. Gee, this thing is putting up a fight. Got the other line just splashing all around me over here. That gets a pike, I think. Get another spot of coffee here and raise the anchor and get back to trolling. Hadn't worn out, it felt like, but seems to have gotten a second wind. Line's getting hot. Ooh. Yeah, I'm betting this is a catfish. I haven't even seen anything up at the top of the water yet. Uh, Sucker just does not want to give up at all. At least the other one's still on the line. I can hear it splashing still. Ah. I need someone who jumped in there with an oar and beat this thing into submission. Go. Frick. Lord, this thing is not giving up at all. Try to get beside it again and drop anchor. I feel like every time I get away from it, it gains another bit of energy. Hey, gamer. Fighting I think a catfish right now that is giving me all sorts of trouble here. How you doing? Out of the water already. I think I got a whale on here. Don't you get more energy? Let's get in the boat. Let's get in the boat. Hi, Minnie. Wait, you got a scuba suit to go in there and get this thing? Oh, this is a weight issue? What's going on? I just can't seem to get this thing up to the top of the water. Come on. Yeah, it may be too heavy for this Titan to get into the boat. The other one, I think, has a pike on there that's just been waiting patiently to get brought in. Got some energy again. I'm going to get back to rolling after it here. Going. There we go. Yeah, the issue I've been having when I chase after is once I get up next to it, it kind of just goes into dead weight and falls behind and end up losing line. Just worried that I may just not have a strong enough setup to get this thing into the boat. Yep. On the friction brake here. There's like a decent sized pike on the other line at least. One day I'll get to reel it in. Come on. Up here. And maybe if I position myself just right, I can drop the anchor on its head. That works, right? I'm wondering if I need to give up on this fish. Line's getting hot again. Let that cool off. See, the problem here is it's on the Titan and not the Adriatica. I'm sure the Adriatica would already be in the boat. Shoot, it's probably been about 12 or 13 minutes now that I've been fighting this one. Maybe slightly longer. I'm surprised I haven't got a fish got away on the other line, but at this point, must be hooked on there pretty good. I don't know what I can do to get this into the boat if it's just a weight issue. I mean, at this point, it just feels like it's just dead weight that I can't get up off of the bottom at all. Patient little pike friend there, stuck on the other line. I wonder if it'd be worth trying to get it into a more shallow area to see if it, that way it can't get quite as deep. We're already in a fairly shallow area as it is. Eventually this thing has got to give up and let me pull it up to the surface. Um, Tell you, this isn't a catfish. This is for sure a trophy bleak. Nothing else would give up this much of a fight. Goodness gracious. Been a while since I've had a fight like this. Not since I was carp fishing. That pike over there still just hanging on. Well, as long as the silver's good payout. I have found the Atlantic salmon spot on here. I've got a couple out here. They're pretty enjoyable to bring in. Problem is, I think this is probably even too big to even do a complete reel lock on the Titan. It might break it. We get a little more friction brake on. Here we go. Come on. Really, it's wearing down now. Well, on the plus side, that the fish on the other line, I'm sure, is going to be completely exhausted by the time I'm able to get to it. So here we go. At some point, this thing's going to give up. Sure of it. Another coffee here. This better be at least 20-kilo catfish. I'll be sad if this thing only ends up being like a 12 or 13 kilo. Nice. I'll take a look at that here shortly, gamer. I think I'm going to try what I was trying before. I'm going to get right up beside this thing when it's worn out again and just drop anchor. Try to pull it straight up. All I run into is I get into this position of rolling past it. Lose a bunch of line. Nice. Keep your net out and let the Atlantic jump right into the net. More coffee here. Alright, so I get up close to this thing. I'm gonna try dropping anchor again. Guys, I think it's pretty much worn out, and at this point, it's just a matter of getting its weight up the surface. Cover some energy again now. Right here is where I need to drop anchor. Oh, it's still got some fight in it. Back to trolling. Well, 8, you should be able to use that Borealica about by the time I pull this thing in. I know it may take me a couple weeks to pull this in. You've got time. Where's my line? There it is. I don't know. I just may not have a strong enough setup here to even get this thing on the boat. I don't want to think about the friction break where this is already caused. Oh yeah, got Diablo 4 coming out. I'm holding out for Final Fantasy 16 coming out later next month. Yeah, let's see. What's the island over there? See if I can pull it in that direction there. This area itself is pretty shallow. Maybe the most shallow, yeah. 1.5 meters towards the island. Get behind it here. And the problem is it's kind of hovering, so instead of getting behind it, I just kind of end up over it. If I get to run doing this. Pushing these slow fish, that's a little challenging. Now it's going the other direction. You have a class you're looking forward to playing there on Diablo most 8? It's almost been 30 minutes fighting this sucker. Try to get him nudged back in the direction of that island. Play the rogue first. Yeah, this I don't know if I'm gonna be able to push this thing to the islands. Maybe I can drag it there, but I just don't see a way I can, because I basically have to stop the boat on this thing because it's just not moving. Tempted to try a real lock. Get back. Where's the shallow, please? On. Right. Come this way, catfish. We're here to the embankment. Like I need a slower boat. Go back around again. Hope this thing is at least worth a good amount of silver for the time it's taking. $100 silver's not too shabby. Now, if I could get the 26 kilo Kuori char that's got a cafe order for 1,700 silver, that would have been great. Yeah, I can see the argument for that 8 for sure. Click on something like this, it's just a whole lot you can do to position them. I feel like it's going to get to the point here where the amount of wear this thing's putting on here is going to be more than the silver it's worth pulling in. It's not already reached that level. Come on, catfish, go towards the shore. drag it a little bit, that might work. But as soon as this boat starts getting away from it, it just goes haywire. Oh boy. Come on, fish. Gotten itself back out into a deep hole too, which is good. My connection's having some issues over there. No doubt due to this catfish. Fix the connection a little fast here. I don't know. I'm starting to think I'm not gonna be able to get this thing in on this setup. Dude, at this point, I almost wish it was a an FGA. This thing is almost got somewhat close to shore now. No gamer. I think I've only got the one ticket in my inventory right now. It's a 5-day, which I think I've got almost 5 days left on. Or almost 3 days left on, I should say. I'll switch the feed to the intermission screen for just a minute to try to let the bit rate refresh, but I'll still be fighting this and I'll be back in June. Like the connection stabilized again, so back to latency mode here. There we go. The shore. Turn radius is so terrible. This thing got to give up at some point. Hockey on. This thing just does not want to come up off the bottom at all. I think I may have to just let this fish go. I don't think my reel and rod are strong enough to get it out of the water off the bottom. You don't want to after this long of a fight, but I think the old Titan can handle a fish this size. Almost to the shoreline at least. Ah. Almost have it pushed to the shoreline. If I can't get it up there, I'm just going to let it go. Almost got him up to the surface there. Oh, this thing's almost done. Got an ad break coming up in just over a minute for those not subscribed. Hopefully it will refresh the connection here. Unfortunately, it's such a difficult fight, I can't go and manually refresh it right now. Just about got this thing in. Pike still hopping around on the other line. Go back out into the deep water. If you're not subscribed, ad's about to start. Sure, I'll still be here fighting this thing when you get back. Hopefully the connection will stabilize during that break. Push this thing back towards the shoreline if I can. Yeah. Oh, come on. That was in the net. God, this boat is terrible. I'm not using this boat anymore. Jeez. This is a very exhausting fight. Got myself back out into the deep end as well. almost up to the top of the water here. Put your head up here close enough for me to put in the net. I am stopping this boat. Trying to get... Thank you for the subscription, gamer. Appreciate that. This thing's right here. Gotta chase it again. This is going on an hour-long fight now. Whew. On. A line. This catfish will be the end of me. Oh, come on. Jeez. Line's hot again. Gotta let it cool off. Go. Come on. Back to the surface with you, catfish. My only hope, I guess, is basically a drive-by netting. Oh, come on, come on. The surface. This boat could turn a little bit better. A little bit. Come on. Here we go. Come on. To the surface. It's to the boat somewhere. Appreciate that, 8. Appreciate gifting that sub over to Gamer. Come on, fish, come on. All right, able to get it. 29. Friction brake here. Just comes up a little bit. Oh, come on. Sucker's gotten up to the top of the water a few times now. Oh, how it's still got any fight left in him. Freaking boat radius. I'm gonna try just turning the opposite direction, see if I can just nudge it that way. Pull the line off again. Whew. There's no way that this fish is going to have been worth it as far as silver and XP goes, but it's an experience at least. Alright, I've got him in the shallows now. Gotta be my best chance at it. Ooh. Ugh. I'm hoping for a larger than 30 kilo at this point. Something to have made it all worthwhile. Try maybe parking again. Yeah, the connection's all over the place right now, but fortunately, if I try to manually adjust it, I'll probably lose this fish. Oh, God. Holy bejesus. 51 kilo. Oh. Just gonna let my boat run ashore and look at this for a minute. Oh, man. Oh. I am physically exhausted from that. Goodness gracious. Well, I guess this pike can finally be reeled in. Wow, that was a water body record catfish. Whew. I'm gonna go back to the dock. We have a little bit of a recovery from that. Oh man. Okay, I should be able to get the stream back to normal here. Whew. All right. So, let me see if I can this stream caught up a little bit here. Grab a picture of the that record there. Fish. USA, I guess. Captured. There I am. Not too shabby. Whew. Maybe I'll get lucky and there'll be an order for that thing that's worth like 1,500 silver. Probably not, but a man can dream. All right, where's that cafe? Nope, no order for it. Enough pipe for those. $125 silver on that fish. And those pike I caught were pretty decent as well, so... Oh, I worn out from that. Goodness. Effing had to take all of my, strongest, most risky, fixed mount silver, spinning tackle, record catch. Still got that grass carp on my bottom fishing record at least. And surprisingly, salmon still better XP than that. Oof. Alright, well, now since the stream is just about caught up and everything, but I think I want to call it a night here. That was a heck of a fight right there. Thanks for joining me. Thanks again for the gifting out of the sub there, 8. And we're gonna have some good fishing and tight lines. Appreciate you coming out. Catch everybody next time. Take it easy.